Can you believe black is not losing this endgame? Rook c3. This move is powerful. The rook prevents the king to go to this square because this pawn would be lost. Now they play b7. This is the only possible move if white wants to try and win this game. Now that he pushed his pawn, you control that pawn with rook b3, king c7. And now remember this. Against two protected passed pawns, you can draw with black only if this rook controls the most advanced pawn, while your king is on time to grab this one. If these two conditions are not met, you lose. So the correct move here is king e4. If he promotes, rook takes pawn, king takes, and we bring our king to draw. If he pushes this pawn instead, now you know the trick. We bring our king, who controls the pawn in the back, while this rook controls the front pawn. When he queens, we exchange all pieces and draw this endgame. Do you want to learn a beautiful trick in rook endgames? The first thing that comes to your mind with white is to grab this pawn, kill it, capture it, eat it, right? But just believe me when I tell you that taking this pawn is just a draw, because the rook stays on the b file to control this pawn, and the king's approaching makes it impossible for white to make any progress, because all you'll do when the king reaches the square is to give him checks non-stop. But let's start again. White is totally winning here if you can find this beautiful trick. The answer is to sacrifice the rook. If pawn takes, simply push this pawn, and now you understand why we did this? The rook cannot come to b2 to stop this pawn from queening on the next move. Was there any other move black could have played here to avoid losing? White is in trouble here. The grandmaster playing with black was pretty happy thinking he would draw because the king attacks this rook, but he's also threatening to fork the king and the bishop. So how do you save your pieces with white? Simple, you can't. So the GM came up with a genius plan instead. Can you find a winning move for white? Rook c4, because after rook check, king here, he grabs the bishop, yes, but we have a little trick, putting his rook in jail. After the amazing move, h4, this is crazy, but the rook has no square to go to. The black pawns cannot move, so it leaves only one possible move for black, which is king e8. But now, I let you find the easy checkmate on the next move. How do you stop this pawn from queening on the next move? Well, there is no way to stop him. But you won't believe how white is losing this game. Start with this check. King goes here. And now what? We still have the same problem. He's gonna queen next. I have a nice trick for you. Rook check, forcing the king on this file. Now check here. I know what you're thinking. You just take the pawn and stop your friend from queening next. Your story is all very nice. You would be right if it wasn't a stalemate already and a draw. But wait, I said white is losing this game. Don't just take this pawn and stalemate the guy. We have a brilliant move here, sacrificing the bishop. Because if the king takes, now you can take the pawn, and there is no stalemate. But I can already see your comments telling me that your friend could have promoted to a queen instead. You think so? Bishop g4, and nothing or nobody can stop checkmate here on the next move. I know what you're thinking. Easy win for white, you just take, sacrificing your bishop because this pawn is unstoppable next, right? Wrong. I check and bring my rook back, and this is a draw. Let me show you how white wins this. Start with a check, and when the king moves, push your pawn. And the GM thought he was fine after this move, but he missed a beautiful trick. Attack the rook. Check. Attack the rook again. And our friend bothers us. Attack this pawn. Don't panic. He can't take this bishop, or we push and one of these pawns becomes a queen. So he brings his king instead. Now take the pawn. And your friend thinks that after playing this move, he is guaranteed a draw, because if you push, all he has to do is sacrifice the rook and then take this pawn. But wait, the key move here is another bishop sacrifice, threatening to queen on the next move. And when he takes, now your two pawns are on the 7th rank. And you know who's gonna stop them?
Absolutely nobody!